spent almost every morning in Wyoming at the kitchen table making music.
Hey.
To tell the truth, I don't really know anything about music theory or whatever. I took guitar lessons when I was in 3rd grade, and I learned a bit about chords and what sounds good together. But I usually just make things by ear. Melodies float around in my mind all day, and I record them on my phone so that I never lose them. Then I go back and turn them into songs. I had been in Wyoming for about a week at this point. Simon was working during the days, so I did a bunch of solo exploring. Found some really cool spots and had some good time to think about stuff. Then I turned 25, and Simon made me eggs and cheese and spinach, and we packed up to go camp out on a spot that I stumbled on the day before. The spot was called the Wedding Tree. It had one of the most beautiful views of the Tetons I had ever seen. We talked and laughed and drank all night, then woke up to the warm sun on our backs. One of the most memorable birthdays I'll ever have. I can't wait to look back at this video and be able to feel that same feeling over and over again. So by now, the mountain had closed for the season, and Simon was done with work. He was borrowing his uncle's 24-foot RV and heading down to Moab with his girlfriend for a few weeks. I figured I would tag along a bit before I went home. We had a friend who grew up in Ashfield, Mass, who just got a place in Salt Lake City that we could go visit first. He was a filmmaker and was starting a small production company out there. It's always cool to see local people you know chasing their dreams and doing what they love. It gives you a sense of pride when people from your area start to get a taste of success. So we packed everything up and headed south.
Are you hungry, my good man?
Things could be different, but I don't know how. I'm going to change it.
Yes, there it is. One of my dreams is to own a bike like this one day with the big old school headlight on the front and the leather saddle. I don't have my motorcycle license or anything, but I've always dreamt about that kind of freedom. So we had made it to Utah, and we were hiking up to a hot springs I really wanted to visit. The water looked baby blue in all the photos I saw, something we don't have back in the Northeast. I had to see this in person.
He threw your voice, it was Harold and Harry. You slip all the names that you learned out the window, and all your doubt was drowned out by the speed of the wind. Couldn't have caught your breath if you had wanted to. And you walked away from the vicious enclosure deep inside of your skull. You found solace and silence. You shrank from the closeness of air round your skin, and you sat in your room, growing thinner and thinner. Oh no,
Where are they from?
You don't want to give them a
and
cuddle?
girl,
Oh, okay.
you weathered the hate that your hunger told you loved. Back the parts of your soul you so ruefully sold. Abigail, we missed you.
Spring was in full bloom in Utah. It was beautiful and captivating.
We missed you.
The time was slipping away quicker than I realized, and I really needed to get back home for a video project I was supposed to start working on. I decided I would skip Moab and start heading east. But first I wanted to go back to that hot spring in the early morning when no one else was there, and see what it was really like.
Fell on the boy in your doorway, and girl in your life.
I had never seen water this color in person. I can't even describe how happy it made me. I stayed there for a few hours in the very early morning, soaking and waking up slow. That night I camped along the river. I had bought a little scout tent from an army surplus store in Salt Lake. Felt like a boy again. It was awesome. That night I got a phone call from a guy named Brandon Burke, a photographer from Utah who I had been following for quite some time. We planned to meet up and do some adventuring together.
Abigail, we missed you grow. We missed you grow.
Little did I know what was going to end up happening from now until I got home. Let's just say I didn't get back when I was supposed to. And everything that happened in between was unforgettable. I can't wait to show you.